What is disease? We want to know what is disease, because if we do not know the causes of disease, then it would be impossible for us to zero in on a meaningful cure or any cure at all. What is disease? The doctors never told us, but we kept going back to him. Now the question is asked to the Usha Institute. The question should have been answered by the anthropologists and the archaeologists. Why wait for the healer to come? Because if we are diseased and we are unaware as to the cause of our disease, then whatever comes after that means absolutely nothing, because our bodies are sick. Disease is when you have ingested a substance that was uncomplimentary with your genetical structure. As for the black man, his is mucus. Disease is the cause of, mucus is the cause of all disease. This was the question posed to me in court, that why were we making these claims and why were we so successful, and what was going on? Is that disease was never identified to us. If it was identified, then the question would not be asked now, and then we all of us that are sick would be enjoying health. Well, disease is the accumulation of mucus, breaking down the mucous membrane, and that mucus covering groups of cells in your body. Like, for instance, we have the mucous membrane in the body to protect us from the onslaught of aerobic bacteria, as they are called. But this mucous membrane is for protection. But now we eat acid foods, and the acid food breaks down the mucous membrane and does cause it to flow with the blood, covering other groups of cells now, groups of cells that belongs to organs, depriving them of oxygen. If the mucus goes to your nostrils, they call it sinusitis. If the mucus goes to your bronchial tubes, it's bronchitis. If the mucus goes to the lungs, it's pneumonia. So we have 3 different diseases caused by what? Mucus. So what about when the mucus goes to the prostate glands? It's prostatitis. What about when the mucus goes to the uterus of the woman? That's endometriosis, or vaginal discharge, or yeast infection. So we have this mucus situation now that is caused by an inadequate diet. Mucus is the underlying cause for all disease. There is a kind of mania that exists on the planet today that prevent truth from being accepted, because the untruth is moving at such a tremendous momentum that truth now is in a very precarious position at this time.
How do I begin to start healing myself naturally?
Well, for one, you begin by abstaining from the foods or group food that you've been ingesting, allowing the body to release all of what it has accumulated over the years, such as I know someone that eat pork all their life. Now, I saw him just recently, Gustavo, and he's fat. So he had to fast. So he's fasting and taking the compounds. The cells regenerate. The cells heal themselves by allowing oxygen. See, what you do is to fast, to allow oxygen to enter those various organs, to reach them via your arteries with the blood. The nasal passage has to be clear, because oxygen is the real food. It's the fuel of the body. Deprived of that for 2 minutes, you will not live to tell the story. What is the most important thing at this point has always been the most important thing: our health. Instead of us entertaining history and anthropology, we were supposed to be entertaining health. Health now meant that we had to follow the same road our ancestors lived in Africa. So right now it is our health. Our health is the most important thing. Our health is what will bring us together. Our health would have us loving ourselves and others. But as for the meantime, our health has been disregarded, and then we are fed mathematics and anthropology and archaeology. Our health is most important. Without that, nothing could be achieved.